Okay, this is really hard. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about anxiety and how I cope with it. So I haven't really talked about anxiety a lot on my channel, but I want to change that because it has been something that I've struggled with a little bit over the last 5 years or so. In high school, I really struggled with figuring out who I was, and I mean, I still don't 100% know who I am, but I struggled with that. And then I also was kind of insecure, and you know, I was just dealing with accepting myself for who I am and loving myself, and I didn't have a lot of self-love when I was in high school, and it's been a process to get there, and I finally feel like I'm in a place where I really have a good relationship with myself and I'm a lot more confident. And I want to do a separate video about that because I think self-love and self-acceptance is so important. And yeah, but that's a whole nother topic. So with my anxiety, I never had really extreme panic attacks or anything like that, but I have had some pretty extreme anxiety before in the past. I haven't in a really long time, thankfully. Gradually over the years, I've learned how to deal with it more, and they have been a lot less and a lot less severe too. So I'm so thankful for that, but it's definitely been a learning process, and I've had to figure out ways to deal with my anxiety so that I can get better from it and prevent it as much as possible. So I wanted to share that with you guys today, and I wanted to show you some of the ways that I have coped with having anxiety over the years and what has really helped me to get it under control, and just little techniques that I use when I'm having a bad day and I really need to calm down, and these have really helped me. Before I get into this though, I always get questions about usually what's on my nails and what is on my lips. So for my nails, it's a really pretty color. It is from the brand Mineral Fusion, and it is in the color Bubble. And then my lipstick is a color that I got recently as well. It's from the brand Red Apple Lipstick, and it is a eco-friendly company, and this lipstick is also gluten-free. So it's in the color Vogue, and it's just a really pretty sheer, sort of sheer berry color, and it's like this is like my favorite color to wear on my lips. So anyways, on to the video, the purpose of this video. So my first coping tip is to read a book. I'm currently reading 2 different books. One is on my phone, like on the iBooks app, and it is called Every Last Lie. And I really like this book because it's more suspenseful, kind of mysterious. It's by Mary Kubica, and she wrote the book called The Good Girl, which was amazing. If you're looking for a book to read, check out The Good Girl. It is so good. I had my mom read it, and one of my really good friends read it too, and she was like, oh my god, that book was amazing. So I really recommend checking out that. And then I'm reading kind of a more summery, fun, a little romantic book, and it's from J.A. Redimersky. It's called The Moment of Letting Go, and it is basically like, I don't want to tell you guys what they're about because I don't want to give away the whole story. This I'm not that far into. I'm only like to here, so I'm not very far in, but it takes place in Hawaii, and I just thought it would be a really nice, like, summery, relaxing book to read because I always like to read beachy vibe books in the summertime. The reason I love reading books when I'm having anxiety is because it helps me kind of like lose myself and just forget about what's going on in my life for a little bit, and I feel like I'm living a different life when I'm in a book, and that is my favorite way, one of my favorite ways to deal with anxiety, because it just helps me escape, and it kind of brings me back, it gives me perspective on my life a little bit, and it just gives me some time away from thinking about all the things that are stressing me out. And if you don't like reading books, I would really check out audiobooks. It can kind of be a little bit of the same thing. You're just listening instead of reading. So you're still thinking about something else. It's distracting you. It's kind of giving you a little bit of relaxation. My tip number 2 is meditation. And I know this probably isn't for everyone either, but just stick with me. You'll find at least one tip in this video that you will like. I promise. But I totally get if meditation is not for you. It's not for everyone. But I honestly thought it was kind of like a little woo-woo and like weird. But at one point I was kind of desperate, and I downloaded a meditation app, and it is called Headspace, and I'll show you what it looks like on my phone. So you open it up and it looks like this. There's so many different ways of meditation, and there's some for even like when you're working out, like a 12-minute run, a 15-minute run, a 20-minute run, cycling, walking, feeling overwhelmed, burned out, flustered, losing your temper, panicking, in pain, like all these different ones that you can do. I just really like that app. It's very simple to use. Honestly, like sometimes I'm just like amazed at how much it helps me. I like to meditate first thing when I wake up. I'm still laying in bed. I just grab my phone, instantly open up the app, and depending on how I feel when I wake up, sometimes I'll do a 5-minute meditation, sometimes I'll do a 3-minute. It just depends on how much time I have and how I feel that morning. But I think that it's a really great way to start off your day. It just makes me feel so calm. And then I also do it at night before I go to bed. But if I'm having a bad day and I'm feeling anxious, no matter where I am, I usually have headphones with me. So I just pop in my headphones and I'll meditate for a few minutes. Like whether you have to go in the bathroom to do that or whatever, like take a step away from what you're doing, it seriously helps a lot. You can even just do it for 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, however long you need, and it really, really helps to just calm down. Tip number 3 is journaling. I have a journal. Let me show you. I keep it on my bedside table. It's just a cute little one that I picked up from Target. Whenever I'm feeling anxious, I pick this up, and I usually bring it with me when I leave the house. I'll put it in my purse or whatever, but I keep it with me pretty much all the time. I find that journaling is great because if I don't want to openly share how I'm feeling with somebody, I mean, sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll talk to somebody about what's bothering me, whether it's like my mom or my friend or whatever, but sometimes maybe something is making me anxious that is a little bit more personal that I don't really want to share about. So writing about it in my journal really helps me because it feels like I'm telling somebody about it. It helps me feel like I'm just getting it out instead of bottling it up. And there's just something about writing out how you're thinking and how you're feeling on a piece of paper that is just really therapeutic. Tip number 3 is huge for me, and that is exercise. I didn't realize it until about 1.5 years ago how much exercise helps with my anxiety, but it really does. Whether it's going for a short walk around your neighborhood or you're running on the treadmill or running outside. Personally, I think running outside is even better because you're outside, you're breathing in the fresh air. It's just so nice to do that when you're having anxiety. Whether you're doing that or you're going to a intense like cycling class, indoor cycling, I love that. It's amazing. They just blast the music and they turn off the lights and you can just like go, and it's such a nice tension relief. Yeah, if I'm feeling stressed or anxious and I've had a really bad day, and just waking up first thing in the morning and doing it starts your day off a lot better. But if you don't have time in the morning, I think at the end of a stressful day, there's nothing better than just like going outside and going for a run. Number 4 is diet. This kind of is similar to exercise. Like, not everybody is going to want to hear this, but diet is super important. I know a lot of people don't want to accept the fact that what they're eating really does contribute to how they feel mentally and physically, but it is true. If you drink any type of caffeine, whether that's soda, coffee, caffeinated tea, you need to eliminate it because trust me, it is not helping your cause at all. Caffeine is like the worst for someone with anxiety because it makes you even more jittery than you already are, and it makes you more like on edge, and I just think it is the worst thing that you can add into the mix if you have anxiety. Eating healthy is super important. I follow a whole food plant-based diet, and I have for the last 4 years, kind of around when my anxiety started, or like when I started to really do something about my anxiety, I started eating healthier and I adopted a whole food plant-based diet, which is amazing for your health. I can't recommend it enough. So basically I eat just whole grains, starches, vegetables, fruits, just in abundance, and I don't eat processed foods. It just makes me feel so much better when I don't, and eating an animal product free diet, so vegan. I just feel the healthiest I have ever felt, and believe it or not, what you put in your body and your physical health really does affect your mental health. Number 5 is self-care. So it's really important to just take care of yourself and do something nice for yourself occasionally. If you're having a bad day or a bad week, just take a nice bath, get yourself a Lush bath bomb, like whatever you have to do to feel relaxed and chilled out and feel like you're being pampered, do that. Do a face mask, buy yourself some new makeup, buy yourself a cute outfit, do some crafts. Crafting for me is really therapeutic. I love crafting. It helps take my mind off of things that are stressing me out. But yeah, just do whatever you need to do to feel relaxed. Caring for yourself is so important because you're so busy going through life and dealing with everything, all your responsibilities, and sometimes you forget to take care of yourself. So make sure you're eating healthy and you're taking care of your body and just exercising. So those are all my tips. If you have any tips that I didn't mention, tell me about it in the comments because I would love to know your ways of coping with anxiety. I know there's so many different ways that you can do it, but these are my top 5 favorites. I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. I love you all so much, and just remember that if you have anxiety, it is nothing to be ashamed about at all. Sorry, my dogs are barking. When I first realized that I had anxiety and I was diagnosed with it, I was like, I felt like there was something wrong with me. I felt like I had problems. Like, I was just like, why do I have anxiety? It just didn't make sense to me, but honestly, so many people struggle with it, and it is nothing to be ashamed of. If anything, it's something we should talk about because talking about how you deal with your anxiety could really help somebody else, and that was my goal in this video. So if it helped one person, that is enough for me. So I will see you all in my next video very soon. I hope you all like this one, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!